Okay folks, this is Steve with S&S Performance. A little project we're doing here. We have a trio of Rochester 2GC carburetors, small base. We're converting two of them to be secondary carbs on a tripower setup. I don't know if you ever tried to buy tripower carbs, but yeah, they're very expensive. And the kit to convert regular Rochester 2GCs are upwards of $400. So I am attempting to convert standard 2GC to secondary carbs. Just to go over what we've done here, this here is the small base that we need. Problem is, on a 2GC has your idle circuits and with your power valve and vacuum ports and all that. Well, with a secondary carb you don't need that. So these ports here, 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 you would actually plug up. What I did was I used JB Weld, just shoved it down in there and then file it flat once we're done. This vacuum port's got to go. What I did was I pulled it out and I tapped it basically to fit an old screw from the top, silicone it, put it in there, grind it smooth. And then on the back, if you're running an HEI and a W motor, this will interfere with the distributor. So what you do is you grind them flat. Put a brass plug in there, grind them flat, and then I ground the bolt that I put in there to get rid of that vacuum port. So that takes care of that. Then you have to get extended throttle shafts. This is an original throttle shaft, and as you can see, terminates at the end. While a progressive linkage runs on this side. So progressive linkage runs on this side, so you need the extended version, which you can buy when you buy the Speedway part number. You can see it right there. This is the progressive kit. Comes with one of the extended shafts right here. You'll need to buy two more to go with it. And you'll have to modify it once you do it, and I'll show you what I did here. This is now a secondary carb. You get rid of the choke. I didn't see any vacuum ports on it, so I'm not too concerned there. Probably put a couple of bolts in these holes, but I don't think you need to. But this piece was part of the original choke mechanism. I just flattened it out. It normally came up over and down. I flattened it out so we can put the hole through here to actuate the throttle. The hardest part, however, is right there. This is your accelerator pump. Now what I did, normally this shaft is about that long. I cut it down and then I made a half moon out of it. Basically, sorry about that. Got interrupted by a customer. Anyway, this piece here, you have to make a half moon out of the shaft. Basically, you're going to take this shaft and you're going to cut half moon out of it to make a lever to actuate your accelerator pump. This piece is also part off the original 2GC carburetor. All I did was welded one side and made a half moon out of the hole because it fits perfectly over the slot. In fact, let me pause this and I'll take the screw out. Alright, I took the screw out so that you can see it better. See, it's a little half moon, and then I drilled out the center and threaded it. That way you got somewhere to pivot off of. Okay, just to give you another look here. Here's another one I did. And on this, there's normally a lever that comes up and over. It comes up from here and over. Just cut that off, make it round. Then drill a hole off center to the farthest point. And that's what's going to actuate your accelerator pump. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like with that hole. Now, there are some modifications inside the carb that you're going to need to do. These two jets in here, you're going to need to drill them out to 65 thousandths. That's to give this carb a little bit more fuel. And if you look down in here, that's your power valve port. You're not going to need that anymore. So what we do, this is a 5/16 by 24. Need to find a round head. You can't use a hex head.